So a lot of people ask me, what do I do? They ask me that in my wellness consultations. They ask me that in my aesthetic consultations. People ask me that socially. I do a lot of things. And I look at things in kind of a habit stacking way. So a lot of things I do, I don't want to say I don't want to do, but they're things that I know are in the long term going to be the helpful things for me. And so I have gradually put them into my life so that I do one thing and then I do the next thing and then I do the next thing. So habit stacking, which I find to be incredibly helpful for bringing in these really great protocols to my life. And so we will just kind of run through a typical day and I can let you know the things that I do. And if you have questions about any of them, you're interested, drop a comment. I'll be happy to talk about them. I generally get up fairly early and I meditate in the morning. I write in my journal. I have a lot of manifestations that I write down, things that I want to see moving into the world. Generally, a lot of them have to do with the clinic, goals that I have for my life in general. And I find that to be really helpful. Just that period of reflection, that period of quiet. In the summer, I love to get out there as the sun is rising, and I like to get that morning light into my optic nerve. That is really good for setting up your whole body to be into the right groove, as well as getting that light later on in the evening. In the winter in the Pacific Northwest, that can be a little bit more challenging. So I do use a sad light in the morning when I'm doing my meditation and my journal writing. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I go to yoga at 7 o'clock in the morning. Tuesdays and Thursdays, then I usually run or I ride my bike to work. And then once I get here, I cold plunge and I usually sauna first. Sometimes I red light, kind of alternating, and then I cold plunge for 2 minutes and then I get myself ready for the day. We carry Zeo products, and so I'm super fortunate. Cindy has built this whole protocol for me for my skin, and so I get everything that I need to do to get my skin ready for the day. And then I do morning things that the clinic needs. So, mainly I'm focusing on business at that time. So what's going on, in our accounting world, checking my emails, all that kind of stuff. And then Cindy gets to work. I check in with her. We have a little morning talk about what's the day going to look like? And then I'm ready to see patients. And I see patients from 10 to 6. Pretty much all day. And as long as I have set my day up for success by getting ready to see those patients and doing all of those things in the morning, then I generally am ready to see a patient, chart, send in their medications, do whatever it is I need to do to finish that encounter, move on to the next encounter so that I can be fully present in each encounter. And this is something that I've really learned over the years, that preparation makes my life a lot better. I am inherently very lazy and messy, and I have realized, I'm 58 now, so I have realized over these years that does not serve me. That when my life is messy, then I don't do very well. So even though I don't like picking up after myself all the time, and I don't like being extremely orderly, I just know that is the way that I am going to succeed. And I have to be here for all the people that also need me to be providing things for them, whether it's medical care or whether it's guidance in the clinic. I have to be 100% on my game. And if I have not organized myself very well, that's not going to happen. So I really focus on a lot of prep and getting ready for things. And then nutrition is also a big part of this. We have lots of food in the clinic. It's expensive to eat out. So we provide everything for everybody that works here. And everything we have is pretty high protein, good healthy fats, lots of really quick, easy snacks so that as I'm charting, I can just grab something, eat a little protein, have a little fat, keep my brain going. At lunch, I try to go out for a walk, although that doesn't always happen because I'm very often kind of catching up with things. But I do eat, generally I eat some lentils and rice because that's what I really like, and I go on with the rest of my day. And then in the evening, I wrap everything up and go home. Gary and I try to go on a walk, and he makes, of course, amazing dinners. And, and then I have my night skincare. And so, but the really the key to this, and it's not just what do I do, but it's everybody, if you think like my day is not quite going the way I want it to, how do you make your day work a little bit better for you? In looking at months and weeks, aesthetic treatments, of course, I'm getting a neuromodulator. Dysport is what I use every 3 months. I get filler as I need it, Sculptra. But really the big day-to-day things is using my Zeo products every day, and then also getting really good nutrition, because that is the basis of really good skin health. Taking care of myself, taking care of my friends, spending time with my friends. I try to travel and see my faraway family and really keep those connections strong, because the things that make us happy and wonderful, the things that we really need in life, are good nutrition, good sleep, water, exercise, and good relationships with other people. These are the things that make life incredible. I am happy to talk with you about anything that you think you might want to learn about habit stacking. I'll tell you, I watch Huberman Labs every day while I'm in the cold plunge, and that is a great podcast to watch or listen to for many, many science-related things, and I get a lot of help from that. He just wrote a book called Protocol, and I find that to be so helpful. When I set protocols for myself, I succeed, and I'd love to talk to you about that.